And salutations, Serjavians. It is Serjay Svek signing in with another stream. And we're going to do things a bit differently because I want to make things easier for me to know when I'm doing the intro and outro. So today we are going to stream Hades for the Nintendo Switch. So I hope you guys are ready because like what the title says, a rebellious son is going to try to run away from home, and we're going to try to run away from the underworld. So let's go ahead and dive in. And if you're new to the channel, I would like to welcome everybody to my Twitch, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. Let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? Okay, so let me just take care of this. So we've got the main screen. I've actually heard about this game from Shenpai when she posted it on YouTube, and we do have our hero Zagreus at the front, and behind him, of course, is Daddy Hades. So let's go ahead and make a new game. I'm not going to go through hell mode because I don't want to add more suffering to myself. And guys, let me know.
Tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Goodbye, Father.
Tartarus. Welcome to the underworld.
To hell with this place.
I see what you did there, Zag. Hell, Tartarus, underworld. Okay, so B is our dash. Got that. Just fooling around a bit, checking up. Oh no! I'm getting rid of the shades! The new arrivals into the underworld. Oh my goodness. Circle is a ranged attack. Circle. Oh my goodness, I've been so used to PlayStation. A is a ranged attack. Cooldown, apparently, so I use it already. This is a power attack. X. Y is your close range. Just checking the shoulder buttons. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it then. Got a bit stuck there. The essential of any game is to try to destroy everything. No, don't say whoops, Zag. You did that on purpose. It's pretty fun. I like the music here. Nice beats. Okay, so let me just make sure I've got everything here. How is your day going, by the way, guys? I'm actually, this is actually a Monday afternoon on my end, and we are, yeah, it's actually pretty calm right now. It's very cold, unlike the underworld, and, you know, just doing this before I wind down for the night. Have you guys ever tried Hades before? Because I've heard this is pretty fun, but it's also very difficult too. Sort of like Dead Cells. So let's go ahead and see how bad or how well I can actually do with this game. Juz, thank you very much for dropping by. Hey, saw the message, he says. Thank you very much. We are playing Hades for the Nintendo Switch. I'm leaving. Try and stop me. You think you can touch the son of Hades? Is there a cooldown? There's no cooldown on this heavy attack, I think. This really feels like an so far, it feels like an isometric Castlevania or something like that. I haven't played Castlevania myself, but I have seen gameplays of it, especially Symphony of the Night, which was which was really like a landmark masterpiece for the PlayStation 1 back in the day. And I can see why, because it's really pretty, especially for something like the PlayStation. Holy cow. Okay, just don't forget to dodge, Kevin. You have a dodge button for a reason. This doesn't feel like Devil May Cry would. Because in Devil May Cry, you really have to make sure that you keep attacking your opponent so you get like a stylish meter.
There she is.
This doesn't feel like it. So it's a lot easier for me, especially since I prefer to dodge as much as possible. Who is this?
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
Athena! Okay, looks like we've got some boons. So apparently these things are like buffs that we can use to make the game easier, so let's go give it a try. Press and hold Y to use your main weapon. Your attack is stronger and can deflect. Your cast damage is exposed in a small area can deflect. Your dash deals damage and can reflect. Oh yeah, I think I'll definitely do that. Because I want to dash through my
You can't
opponents.
hear me all the way where you are, goddess. But thank you.
Boon skits. The last time I ever heard of the word boon was way back in Ramayana when we were doing that play in high school. That was part of English class, and you know, it was just really fun that we actually had that as our play for high school, because almost every year it's like play season. So whenever you're in sophomore year in high school, you would have to participate in the Ramayana play. And third year, you would have to do a Shakespearean play, so there's that too. I don't know what we did in our I forgot what we did in our senior year in high school, but yeah, definitely Ramayana was one of the most entertaining ones in my opinion. I keep getting hit by spikes. That's not good. Ow! 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 Just trying to destroy stuff, guys. I have to be careful because the slashes bring me forwards like that, see? Okay, so... area attack. Dash here. Nice. There we go.
Good riddance.
Good riddance to you. Just making sure if there's anything else I destroy. The cardinal rule of games is to destroy everything.
Mine.
Mine, mine, mine.
I'm hurt.
Tails.
Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Okay, so let's figure out how to heal ourselves if we can. Just pressing all the shoulder buttons. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh well, anyway, can't heal ourselves. We'll deal with it as we go along. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure we take advantage. This is the hard part of the isometric camera. Oh no, wait, you can see from the back here, but it's not that clear. So I'll have to take advantage of that. There we go. If there's anything that I enjoyed about the reason why I love Greek mythology so much is because of that Edith Hamilton book way back in the day that I read, Mythology. So it contains a collection of stories from Greek, Roman, and Norse mythology. The only thing that bugged me about it is that most of the stories in that book, they mostly focus on like the 12 Olympians of Greece.
A palm of power.
And not too many stories were done for
Gods
it.
grant me strength.
Yeah, let's strengthen this. So there was not too much. She didn't really talk a lot about the Roman mythology. It's mostly just an introduction, like, hey, these gods exist, and hey, these are the Roman things of the Greek gods. And the Greek mythology was mostly just, okay, these are the heroes, these are the main gods. Nothing much about the other exploits of the heroes. And Norse mythology just seemed a bit tacked on at the end, in my opinion. But I do admit Edith Hamilton was an important part of my growth as someone who loved literature, especially when it came to Greek literature. It definitely helped in English class in high school because we did have a lot of Greek literature that we talked about at the time, so that was a big help. That was one of my favorite parts in high school, really. Oop. Can I clear this room with 7 HP? Let's find out. There we go. Okay, I think we're done with this corner. Let's go to the next. So many spikes. Oh, you gotta aim with that. Alright. Just leave the big guy over here. So it's 7 HP. We're doing good so far. Use the environment to your advantage. Oh, come on. There is no escape. Am I gonna be seeing this screen a lot? I don't know. Let's see.
Damn it.
Zag looks like he just came from a bloodbath. Sorry.
Yes, carry on, everyone. Don't mind me.
Just, past the shades, everybody. How's it hanging?
Back already.
Dad! Daddy! Father! Hades! What's up? Cerberus! Good to see you.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
Okay, so let's go ahead and... Okay, remember, the biggest rule of any game, we need to know if we can actually pet the dog. So let's pet the dog.
There's
CL.
a good boy.
Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. My favorite hellhound. Whoa. Okay, so if we keep petting him, I'll probably never leave. So let's go explore the rest of this place. Just take a quick look here. What's going on?
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
Oh, the old fourth wall breaking right there. Goodness. Oh, there's a bunch of people I can talk to here. Let's talk to Dad.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
I will escape. This is gonna be the biggest jailbreak in gaming history. Who are you?
Good to see you, lad. Despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
Achilles! How's that heal, my friend? Achilles, or... Because I remember reading the Iliad, and one of the translations, they used the word, his name is spelled Achilles, or Achilles, so... Yeah, that's actually I do like the sound of that more, Achilles, or Achilles, or Achilles. Because the K sound, it looks a lot cooler, in my opinion, compared to the C. But that's just my opinion. Hey, who are you?
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yes, we are.
Then go.
Alright, I'll go. Okay, let's go ahead and proceed. Nyx, huh? Been a while. Nyx. Just like the one from Persona 3, I believe. Okay, let's just get rid of this timer display. No need for me for that, I think. What else? There's no save button here. Save prompt, so what was most likely going to happen, I have to go ahead and take care of everything in a single run. Not much here. I probably can buy these things later on. Anyway, let's go ahead and make our escape from Dad.
Hey, room. I'm back.
Oh, it's the room. Use the mirror to grow stronger. Okay, let's look at this.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
I mean, it could have been worse. It doesn't look that bad, Zag. Could be so much worse. I've seen messy rooms.
I'm wide awake.
We know you are, Zach, but, you know, you need to have some rest sometimes. Look into the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Night and darkness guide me.
Deal bonus attack, special damage when striking foes from behind. Restore a small amount of your vitality when you exit a chamber, +1 per rank. Chthonic vitality. Okay, let's do that.
My power grows.
He really has to sound like that whenever he talks now. My power grows. This food is good. Hello, Cerberus, how are you? Father, it is me. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this.
Okay.
Oh, this is the armory, alright. What's in here? Check. Alright, let's check these.
Can't open this yet.
What about this? How about that? Aww. I wish I could just at least inspect so I know what to expect, you know? What is this?
Empty for now.
Keepsakes. Let's go.
I can do this. First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg. The River of Flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium from there, and after that... Alright, let's give it another shot. I can escape from the courtyard back there.
Let's go. We're gonna get out of here. Escape.
Darkness give me strength.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this again.
Thunder. Is that... Is this really him? Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time. He'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Okay, so we've got Zeus now. He really sounds as pompous as I imagine him to be. Well, his voice is really good. It actually sounds somewhat similar to how he sounded in Hercules, the Disney movie. And funny story, the guy who voiced Zeus in the Hercules movie, if I recall correctly, he also voiced Zeus in God of War. So it's a really, really big jump when it came from Zeus in Hercules to a Zeus in God of War. But this guy, he doesn't have like the friendliness of Zeus, but he has his air of dignity and pompousness to it. Your special causes a lightning bolt to strike. Your dash causes a lightning bolt. Your attack emits chain lightning to damage a foe. Alright, let's do that.
Lord Uncle Zeus lending his support. Never thought I'd see the day. Or night. Whenever.
Okay, we are back in Tartarus. Let's go ahead and teach these shades a lesson. Oh yeah, chain lightning. Oof. Let's get these out of the way so I can see. Nice.
How careless of me.
Examine.
Composed of such innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers, the underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Good thing I'm not dead.
Good thing I'm not yet dead either. Just make sure to destroy everything despite that, and let's go.
Louts.
Ow. Area of effect. Ow. Oh wow. Okay, there's a lineup for that. I didn't expect that. Okay, that's done. Oh yeah, have to be careful. When they wind up, they're pretty much invincible, I guess. Who is this?
That was revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I'll accept this message.
Hey there, Zag man. How's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
Wow, Dionysus. You really sound like a party. The life of the party. His sound is actually the uncorking of a bottle. Yeah, that's how it sounds. So everybody seems to have their own unique sound when giving their boons, from what I understand. I'm just removing my logo because I want to check if there's a way for me to refuse a boon if ever. Let's see. Your special inflicts hangover. So for every 0.5 seconds, they will do 5 damage. Your special dash causes hangover several times. Okay. Gladius, thank you for dropping by. Oh, I love this game, but I bought Ori for yen instead. It's okay. Well, hopefully you'll be able to try this game out too, but I'm just giving you a quick preview, and then I'll let you decide if you want to try this out for yourself. Positive outlook. You get less damage while at 40% or below. Let me have that.
Leave it to the god of wine to liven things up around here. They got me.
After
No way to patch up. We've got to keep going.
you need to keep going, Zag. There's no time to heal. Okay, it's these guys again. With their clubs, what's going on? Okay. Wow, alright. There we go. Took care of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Guys. This is not PUBG, alright? Watch it with the random bombardments, yeah? Ow! It got really intense there. Take this. What else can I destroy? Whoa. Ah, you almost got me there. But nothing can truly harm the son of Hades. You know what this reminds me of? This is like a more high-speed version of Diablo. So, let's see. Just doing a very quick check of things. Okay, let's go. Man, I miss Diablo. Especially Diablo 1. What does this do? If I stay here long enough. Oh, okay. That's gonna shoot at me. Because I remember Diablo 1 with its isometric layout too. That did take some getting used to. But at least it was on PC. But the thing I just don't like about isometric games is that, for me, at least back in the day, before you had analog sticks, you had to keep pressing 2 buttons whenever you wanted to go somewhere. And some of them did not allow for, like, going straight left or right. Yeah, we always had to go at an angle. You had no choice. Just find a way to get more space. There we go. And there we go. You cannot touch me there. There we go. We got a couple more. I'm having a lot of fun in this game. This really feels nice. Now I can see why this was nominated in the Game Awards.
Chthonic key.
Chthonic keys.
This can unlock something back home.
Maybe it can unlock Cthulhu. Proceed. How is Ori? I have heard a lot about Ori, Gladius, and especially, but I only really paid absorb your blow. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. Especially when I saw them as a guest for Rivals Meter. So, I think Ori is also a platformer. Ah! My mistake again.
Home.
Imagine how casual you can be just by you get hurt so bad, you get injured so bad, and all of a sudden you take a bloodbath and then say, "Oh, I'm home."
Oh, whoa, you're back already? That's too bad.
Hypnos. Sleep, the brother of death. Of course. That voice is sounds really
Someone's at
great.
the desk next to the throne.
What is this? Oh, wait. Pet the dog, always.
You don't like it when I pet your other heads, huh? No.
Cease bothering the dog.
The dog likes it. Leave me alone, Dad. Achilles, what's up?
Keep at it, lad. I've known great men throughout my life, and I can always tell when someone's better than their circumstances. Fight like I'd fight out there.
I'll give them hell as you once did, Achilles. Though doubtless many of the shades who stand against me first arrived in Tartarus because of you.
Well, we should definitely know because Achilles did have that really big rage quit back in Troy and all. And then as soon as he saw when things, just went down, he decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and take matters into our own hands and wipe the floor with everybody.
Some sort of special offer for me, my good shade.
What, this game has such a realistic realistic art style, at least for its groups and its people. But then they have these really cute logo mascots over here. Grand opening deal. The house contractor is offering this particular renovation free of charge. And otherwise, treasure chests worth more the faster you slay the foes guarding them. Alright. Oh, so you can unlock it. You can go this. Okay. This is more cosmetics. Scrying pool for my bed chambers. Do this one free of charge.
Work authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea. What's that there? Something from the Fates?
What is this? Plunder Lesser.
I can't.
Nothing yet. Wow, I don't even have anything. Alright. Dad, what's going on?
Who's that sniveling shade to your immediate left there, Father? Already found someone new to do the busy work. And here I thought I was utterly indispensable.
That shade boy is my newly designated contractor. One whose responsibility is to work on this house. Though who shall pay for everything my subjects here demand, I do not know.
You're trying to guilt me into funding the exorbitant furnishings you desire.
Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm, then we might finally have time for all the needed renovations that have piled up.
Nice.
Oh. Who is that person that's doing all that destroying throughout Tartarus?
What once was a small lounging area within the House of Hades now is sealed off, in utter shambles, since the multi-headed Cerberus tore the space apart, mourning the missing prince.
Aww.
Cerberus destroyed the lounge again.
The dog did all that just because I was away. Dogs are something special. I cannot imagine anything
I
else.
won't want to get back up.
The thing though, I'm not good with cats. I've lived my entire life raising dogs, so I don't know the body language of cats. So if you come to me with a cat, it's not that I'm afraid of them, it's just I don't know how to act around them. Because apparently some of the things they do in their actions are opposite of what dogs do, so...
Darkness guides
Yeah.
you, child. You have outgrown this house. Of that I am now certain. Should you return again here, I shall keep you safe.
I won't forget you, Nyx, I swear it. Gods.
Hey, we're in our room, let's go ahead and reflect on our sins. Shadow Press deals bonus damage and special damage when striking foes from behind. Okay. Oh, Death Defiance. Restore 50% instead of dying when your life total is depleted one time per rank. Greater Reflex. Perform an additional dash. Ooh. Okay, we'll just get these.
Looking good.
We'll start with these and then we'll build up to the additional dash and then the Death Defiance. But for now, we'll just try to build up the smaller
Okay.
things. Ooh, weapon. I can unlock one of these already. Alright. Unlock.
There we go. Coronacht, the Heart Seeker. Let's deal some death. Psst, over here. What the?
Who are you? Wait, hold Y to fire. Press X to volley fire. Release Y when flashing to power shot. Press Y when dashing to dash strike. Okay. Release Y when flashing to power shot.
Felt nothing there, sorry.
Trying to figure out like how to aim. Am I using the right stick or the left stick? Oh, the left stick, okay. It's kind of tough to aim. Alright. And dash. Let's talk to this guy
Nice
first.
place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
Nice place you got there, boyo. My name's Skelly. Nice place you got here, boy. Yeah, see? We're gonna go ahead and mess around, see? So go ahead and hit me on
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
Yeah, tough guy. Let's go ahead and try you out and see what we can do. Yeah, see? Oh, so it's like almost immediately after you got a dash and press Y.
Yeah.
Yeah! Go ahead and hit me more! Hit me more! It feels so weird when you're trying to turn, and then it aims like... Zag, relax. Relax. Okay. But this is definitely better than the sword, I must say.
Need more of those keys.
Range is your friend here. Let's escape.
Ready as I'll ever be. That looks like a Daedalus hammer.
Upgrades,
for my
people.
weapon.
Upgrades. Hold attack to shoot rapidly, but you cannot power shot. Your attack shoots 2 shots side by side, but has reduced range. Your attack fires 3 shots in a spread pattern. I'll take that.
Daedalus, wherever you may be right now, thank you.
Oh, so I really gotta hold it. Okay. My apologies. Trying to get used to this weapon. Yeah, the thing about this ranged weapon, you can't just spam the attack button from what I can see, so...
What I wouldn't give for, say, a healing flask of some sort.
That's not how the game works, Zag. You have to deal with the pain.
Who keeps fixing
That is the mystery of the ages, one that the gods cannot even examine themselves, Zag. There we go. Let's proceed. I wonder why it's not that smooth. Or maybe it's a lot smoother if you use like mouse and keyboard, but I don't really have that luxury, so we'll just make do with what we got. But this power shot is definitely a lifesaver, especially since it's not on cooldown, which is great. I'll take care of you, and you, and you, and you, and you. There we go.
a gift.
Get that back. I keep pressing A because that's in other games, that's what we normally use to accept things. Muscle memory hurts. Proceed. By the way, guys, if you enjoy this gameplay, or if you want to see me do more of Hades, follow me on Twitch. I am Kevin Serjay Svek on Twitch, and I'm going to do a Mythological Monday, so every Monday I will continue playing Hades. And if you want to see me even do more of my streams, feel free to follow Kevin Serjay Svek on Twitch. And if you missed the stream, feel free to check the VOD out on my YouTube, Serjay Svek. Okay, more of those shooty things if I step on the platforms, alright.
A centaur heart.
Centaur Heart, gain 25.
That ought to keep me going for a bit.
That's not a healing flask, but that'll do. Mondays were never really my favorite.
Reward.
Interesting. I think I'll take one of these. I'll take this. Mondays were never really my favorite day of the week, but now that I'm stuck at home,
Brimstones.
Brimstones. That's new. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Now that I'm stuck at home, there's not really much that I could do. But hey, you know, at least I can stay at home. I don't know how it feels for those of... It's gonna be very difficult for those who have to work outside. But yeah, it's like... I can't even believe it's already December 7th, actually. We're almost at the end of the year, and it feels like... everything just passed by as a dream. I cannot imagine, you know, having to go through this entire year all over again. Because really, it's just unbelievable how... Whoa, look at the range on that big guy. Okay, get away. Power shot. There we go. Nice. Get the key, and we should be good.
A key to a weapon.
Take this. Awfully dark in here. Thank you, power shot for no cooldowns. Okay. Oh man. I guess I'll die another day. Oh, it reminds me of the week that when I kept watching a lot of videos about James Bond stuff.
Surprise.
Come on, Zag. This is no time to die.
Hello?
Hypnos,
Oh,
what?
hi. I'd ask you how it went, but since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh? Oh well, just come on in.
Cheers.
Same Zag.
The interruption, everyone.
What is it, Dad?
Father, what happened to the lounge? The only place for anyone to have a little fun around here, and you seal it shut.
Oh, I had little choice about that, boy. You see, after you fled the first time, Cerberus, why, he was very much upset. Utterly tore the place to shreds. It's now under repair. All thanks to you.
You're really blaming me for not minding the dog while I was out and while you all were here.
I lay the blame entirely upon you, yes. Who else? It's fortunate that Cerberus has calmed himself since then. Come to his senses, I should say. May you yet come to yours.
If only they had, like, better security. At least Hades-wise, because, you know, that way they won't have to deal with the problem of Zagreus having to keep escaping every single time, but, well, that's how it is.
Achilles, is it really true that Cerberus ripped the lounge up right after I left? You must have gotten in a lot of trouble.
I only wish you could have seen it, lad. The place looked like a vineyard after a typhoon. Your Lord Father was livid, but he never gets so angry with the dog. Poor Dusa, though, she's picking the place up.
Okay.
Oh no. I wonder what became of Dusa. She's always worried Father's going to fire her even without something like this.
Okay, let's go ahead and pick up the pace and try to again. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up the pace and try to again. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can do some more renovations.
Prices are a little steep there, I must say.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can't afford any of this stuff. Can you do more free
This isn't
stuff?
around.
I'm a free-to-play guy. Oh, who is this? Did he just do like an emoji above his head? Do they do that all the time? Weird. I'm home. Let's just see what else, how many more I can get.
Power.
So, I need 2 more of those 10 so I can get Death Defiance. Alright.
Oh, hey.
Hey there, boyo.
Don't suppose I can talk you into fighting back this time?
Not a chance, boyo. I'm paid to take it, not to dish it out. Now give it to me.
Okay.
I'm really amused at how cartoony they made his design in comparison, because holy cow. Everybody looks so serious, so fancy, but here, Skelly looks like he just walked out straight out of a cartoon. Like a 90s cartoon, actually.
The courtyard of the House of Hades is kept neat and orderly, in contrast to the terrifying sprawl that lies beyond.
It's not that orderly, really.
No, it's not. So we got a spear, and we got a rotating shield weapon here. I'll take the
Prestigious
sword.
blade of the underworld. I need your strength.
This ought to be good.
Maybe there's something different if I stay here now.
I
Nope,
won't
nothing.
back down. Not now or ever.
Okay, so why the strike? Nova Smash! There we go, dash strike. I dash striked out of that map. I shouldn't have done that. Hey, Skelly, you want it? Here. Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes. There we go. You like that? You like that? Look at the damage that I can inflict. I'm gonna hit you out the door. Okay, where are you?
Whoops.
Oh, that's too bad.
Bet I got you pretty good.
Holy cow. He's like one of those people that just can't leave. But I can leave. I have the power to leave. Who is it this time?
The one called Nyx. She is your mother, as I understand? We Olympians rarely consort with the chthonic gods. Though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was spurred to act.
Divine Strike. Okay, so Divine Strike can do more of deflecting. Her special is stronger and can deflect. Okay, let's do that.
Divine protection.
Okay, let's deflect the laser. No, it cannot. Okay. There we go. At least, while we don't have range, at least I have more control.
Out of my sight.
Wouldn't want to be you. See you.
Hello, mates.
Smoky. Alright, let's take care of this skull. Careful. Oh, I stepped on the platform. It's called a pressure plate, I forgot. My mistake. Oh, yeah, I need to stop committing to that attack. I keep getting hit afterwards. There we go. Nice.
Have a nice death.
Okay, 10 more, and then we'll be able to get that Death Defiance. Hey, big guys. You know what? I actually have a Snickers bar here with me, so take it. You know, you're angry. You're not you when you're angry. I don't know about you guys, what you guys like to eat when you're streaming. That's why I have a bunch of treats in a bag next to me, so I always have something to munch on, especially when the stream gets too long. But I never go out without my water. never do anything without my water. I do love my coffee, but I don't like energy drinks that have caffeine in them. I used to enjoy stuff like that. Like Red Bull and ooh, palm. Oh, it's pomegranate. Alright. Okay, your special can deflect. Let's do that. So where was I? Ah, yes. I did drink a couple of Red Bulls here and there back in the day. And then we have a local version called the Kopitan. It's not really... what's this? And we also have things like... what's this? Extra Juice, which comes in a powder form. You serve it, you pour it in water, and then you stir it up, and then you get the energy drink. We do have Monster, but it's only in like those warehouse stores called like SMR. I've never tried it, but I've heard it has a lot. You know, I think it might be too much for me, so I'll just to stay on the safe side. I won't try it. I think Monster is like the most popular energy drink for gamers. Not sure if there's anything else. I think G Fuel is there. And based on the Russian Badger, there's another one called Gamer Subs. So, you know, they're really making a killing when it comes to streamers and gamers. You know, trying to get all that vitality and everything. But I myself, I don't think I can handle doing things like 5 hours streams or 24-hour streams. I can't even play for 3 hours anymore. Just because, you know, I don't feel like spending so much time. You know, that time has passed. Ooh boy, 9 life left. Oh boy. Oh, so that's how it works. Let's just get these out of the way. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. These landmines are really, really annoying. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Next.
Oh, the spikes. One HP. Okay, let's move the skulls from here. Man, look at all these skulls. Oh man, it reminds me of... I was gonna say all these skulls. Any more skulls and we could have like a skull... So we can make skull candy headphones. Oh boy, skull candy.
So did everybody miss me?
Maybe. Skull candy headphones used to be such a big thing back in the day, but I think they kind of lost their popularity with time. And now people go for like Platon or JBL and stuff. This one, I do have JBLs, and they're really nice. Rather, Platons rather, and then they feel nice. It's just, unfortunately, because I have a big head, literally, holy cow, it hurts after a while.
Shades of the dead mill constantly within the house, complaining of their woes and seeking audience from any who would listen.
I listen.
Oh, good, you're back already, huh? A few of us, we had a bet about how long you'd last out there, and I just knew you'd be back in no time.
Okay.
Hypnos has such a punchable voice. I mean, it's a punchable voice and a screechy. It's a punchable face and a screechy voice. Goodness gracious.
You'll get the hang of it out there, lad. For all our sparring practice, there's no teacher like the real thing. Now then, I have something for you.
Ooh, what?
What, wait, you're giving me your codex? I can't accept something like this.
Please, I insist. I want your love of history to grow, not just your love of warfare. Besides, maybe you can finish out the rest of it.
I'm grateful.
Codex received. I see no reason to regale you. Excuse me. To regale you with stories of my past. Suffice it that I fought on so small, as bravely as I could, alongside many of the finest men the world has ever known. Skelly. The animated skeleton and I, we seldom get along. He is too talkative for me, and spouts such simple condescensions to all those within earshot, seemingly as though he were an expert in the ways of war. Hades, Dad. Alright, we have to... I'll go ahead and read more of this in due time. Maybe off stream I will. But for now, let's go ahead and get back to business. Important business, such as...
You are the best, you know that, don't you, boy?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good red boy? I wonder if they have to take Cerberus grooming.
You really ripped the lounge to pieces, boy? I hope you didn't get yourself in too much trouble. I'm sorry to have worried you like that.
The guilt-racked monster Cerberus admits to committing the crime, expressing some remorse for having implicated the incendiary prince.
Cheer up, boy. It'll be all right.
I see
Daddy.
you've decided to come home. Changed your mind yet? Or looking for more pain and suffering?
More pain and suffering for sure. After all, you taught me to appreciate the finer things.
You keep telling yourself that, boy. But mark you my words, sooner or later this life that you have chosen for yourself shall teach you I was right.
Good talk. Good talk.
Nice conversation right there, Dad. Cool. Cool. The Lord of the Underworld was not really much of a talker, I guess. Makes you wonder then, whatever happened to Persephone?
Not even tired, thanks.
Then why would you put the bed there? If it can't even rest. So I have 30, so now I can do Death Defiance. Well, look at the jump from 30 to 500. Goodness gracious.
Power.
Skelly, what's cracking? Yes, I know you were here. You can't leave anyway.
Let me give you a piece of advice, boyo. You run across a guy like me out there, you just give him a good stab right in the back without a second thought before he sends you crying back to Papa.
I'll keep that in mind, mate.
You go ahead and stab that guy right in the back. He ain't gonna ever know what's gonna hit him. You see what I mean? Yeah, it feels good, don't it? Yeah, hit me once again, boyo.
Hit.
And hit just like that. Yeah, see? Go ahead and make it hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go dash. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it doesn't auto-aim. Alright.
The pain is in the...
Yeah. Oh, look at all the slash marks on the
All right,
ground.
back to work.
That's new. That's new.
You call that a hit?
Every time I dash, it leaves a slash mark. That's interesting. Makes me wonder if Zag is like slashing the ground or dragging his sword along the ground every time he moves. Interesting. Anyway, Codex. Just taking a quick look. Alright, let's go ahead and try one more time.
fine arrow.
Arrow. Must be Artemis.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
Deadly Strike. Your attack is stronger with 15% chance to deal critical damage. Your special is stronger with 20% to deal critical damage. And then your Dash Strike deals more damage. I'll take this one.
The power of the hunt sounds like good company to keep.
Let's do it!
Let's call it even.
Whoa! That damage! Codex updated. Artemis. Okay.
Who keeps fixing that?
Question for the ages. Let's go.
Who's first?
Who wants to taste my bleed? I wonder if anybody has ever tried a no-hit speedrun of this. Chances are they might have. There we go. Nice. Let's see how far I can go with this. This way. Alrighty. Okay there, big guy. Whoop. Thought you hit me. But it was I, Theo. Oh, my first hit. Not good. Oopsie. There we go. There was a clear critical hit right there, I see. Nice. I admit, this is a nice range. Coin from the dead.
Vast riches.
Give me that money. Karen's Oval. Underworld is best known for the domain of death, but is also the domain of countless wealth and riches, sent into the river Styx along with the deceased.
Which way?
Let's take this way. Nothing seems to be happening here. Let's just destroy the place. Oh, there you are. I won't let it happen again. Get rid of the small guys first, before they become a nuisance. Nice. E.
I can use this to unlock a weapon.
I'll take this one. Alright, demolishing. Nice. Locked. What is in here? Oh, it's a fountain, right. Take this. You won't be fooling me again this time, big boy. And you're done. Nice.
All set.
Not bad.
Centaur strength.
Let's go over here, get that key. Oh, Oh, it's gonna be a lot of range here. Oh man, they took a big chomp. Alright, let's go around here. Oh, it's gonna be bombing. Alright, at least you're isolated from... Ow! Not much room to move. There we go. Alright, and take this, and that. Destroy every jar, just like I was Link in Hyrule. Nice. Ah, these skulls. Armored. Key.
This can unlock a weapon back at home.
I'm just keeping hitting these things in the hope that somehow we can unlock something.
Never been this far.
Oh, that's new. Whoa, boy. Okay, you're done. Nice. I'm being surrounded by skulls. Palm of power.
Power of Olympus.
Increase my attack. Let's go. Oh boy. Don't forget, guys, to... What is this? Whoa, boy, who are these? Whoa, the music went intense right here. It's like Doom Eternal, my goodness. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Who are these guys? This is new. The power of dashing. There we go. Nice. Oh, man! Just take this guy down. Death Defy!
No.
You won't take me down.
That's what you get.
That's what you get when you take me down. You get hurt back and you lose your life. That's what you get when you hurt Zagreus. I'll stop singing this song right now. Okay. Hope I don't get copyright for that. Let's go.
For you, my cousin Zagreus, I wish to offer the most potent of the blessings I am able to bestow. Make wise your use of this, and rise toward us.
Whew.
Resist damage from foes' attacks or resist damage from traps. Let's do foes' attacks.
Athena's power.
Big club guy coming in. I can't even see what's happening anymore because they're all gathered in the same place. There we go. Take care of you. Oh, this is new. Boy, you gotta be smart. You can't just keep dashing and moving around. You have to make sure everything hit counts. Take that.
Something for the mirror.
So this will lead to a zoo spoon, and this one I have not. I don't think I've experienced this yet. Let's try this.
I think I hear the river.
How
Charon's
calming. Karen, what's up?
Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and hey, what's that you got? Some sort of wares for sale? And I'll just have a look around.
It's like the underworld's lost and found, I guess. Based on all the stuff that people leave behind on their journey.
The infernal wares of the Stygian boatman Charon lie sprawled about. Available for sale to whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
That would be me.
That would be me indeed. Nice boat. Buy power up. Buy palm.
Here's the fee.
No, I didn't want to commit to that. I just wanted to try it. Wait, let me just check if there is a... Okay, there's no back button, so I really have to commit to it.
They must have lots of these upon Olympus.
Maybe.
Poor me.
Poor you indeed, Zag.
I'll take it.
Smashing jars, breaking down a jar and nothing's left. Shooting lasers at these foes I hate. Don't understand why it hurts so much, but now they're not a problem anymore. Ow, that hurts. Okay, at least they're in one area. Nice. Oh, so I can actually dash across gaps. Nice.
A bottle of nectar.
Nectar.
Who should I give this to? Not finished yet.
Not finished yet, indeed. Oh, it's a skull dispenser, I see. Why can't I have dispensed gumballs instead? That would have been made things so much easier. I really love gumball dispensers, especially those that dispense in a way that whenever you drop the coin and then you turn the dial, it goes down. It doesn't just go straight down into the dispenser or to the place where you get it. No, it goes around in a spiral, and yeah, it just makes it a lot more fun that way. The spectacle of actually seeing the gum making its journey to the bottom. Wow.
I'll take them.
Oh, these are for renovations, I see. Can I use this now? Shop.
I needed one of those.
Kiss of Sticks. Instant replenish, use of Death Defiance, Cyclops Jerky, Ignited Ichor, or Ichor? I can't really remember how to pronounce it. Milas, you still there, buddy? How's the game going? It is fun, Milas. It is so much fun. I can't believe this is really entertaining, I must say. So yeah, I am enjoying this game. Hades for the Nintendo Switch. It feels like a high-paced Diablo, and but it also has elements of like I would say like Dead Cells, because you have to keep starting from the very beginning, but each time you get stronger and stronger and get weapons, eventually making it to the end. So yeah, thank you for dropping by. Let's see how far we can take this round, yeah? Gain more speed. Attacks deal 30% more damage. Oh, you know me. I want to make sure that I always do more attack.
I
Strength.
can use this.
But I only have 7 HP, so let's see how that goes. Let's do this. Oh, this is new. I'm back with Karen.
Took care of those for you, mate.
It's my solemn duty, destroying jars. Mila says, I want to play that so much as well. I know you're not sponsored, but a shout out to Supergiant Games for the flawless lineup of games. Yeah, I heard so much that Supergiant actually does good games, but this is my very first Supergiant game. I heard they did Bastion and Transistor. I don't know if they have that for the Switch, but I think they have it for mobile, so that's something I can definitely try moving forward.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
And I reckon you need to tell me what's coming next, because I need to know. Buy this.
Should come in useful.
Is that a hammer? Oh, buy upgrade. Okay.
Can't afford that.
Oh man, money. We really need to work on the money. Okay, let's do this.
Well, this is awkward.
Meg!
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
Let's do it. Oh, now we're hitting the metal. Let's go observer attacks. All their games are on Switch except Pyre. Oh, that's good. At least I have options after this is done. So she does this dash attack. Whoa, she's got... Oh! Well, that was fast.
Go home, Zagreus.
Well, that was very, very fast. I'm home!
Ah, cheers for that, Meg.
The House of Hades.
Oh, wow, so Megara herself got you last time. That must have been intense. She's fast and strong and beautiful. And, anyway, I hope the fates are nicer to you next time.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I hope so too. Shut up, Dad. I ain't talking to you, Dad. You need to learn some manners.
Happen to know whom I should thank for the weapons just outside my chambers, Achilles?
I'm sure I wouldn't, lad. Though if I happen to run into them, I'll let them know.
Oh boy. It's already been more than an hour, so don't forget to stretch, guys, especially if you've been sitting down. But this is... the microphone can only go so far, especially since this is a headphone jack microphone. I had to use a splitter cable for it, so it can't go that far. Go give it a stretch, and in the meantime, I know the game is called Hades, but is the main character Hermes? No. It's Zagreus, the son of Hades himself. Hermes, based on what I've seen from Shenpai's stream, is a character that you can meet in this game, but no, it's definitely not him. Oh boy, don't forget to stretch and don't forget to take your drink of water or whatever drink you do. No energy drinks for me, thank you, but if I could drink more coffee, I would love some right now. Some Copico Blanca. Saves me every morning. I can't afford these, roasted beans and whatnot. No time for those. So just tear open a sachet of instant coffee and I'm good to go. That's how it is. And I think things would be a lot easier if I had a standing desk. I actually learned about that from Russian Badger. So, because I didn't even know that you could have something like a standing desk where you can adjust it so you can have a sitting down position. And then you can have it so you can stand up afterwards. amazing, really. Milas says Blanca is also their favorite
For
too.
you, boy.
I didn't mean to give it to the dog, but oh well, he deserves it.
As one of Cerberus's heads receives the prince's gift, another muzzles something back into his hand.
Thank you, boy.
Old spiked collar.
How you holding up, boy? Eating well lately? All 3 mouths full and happy?
Each terrifying maw of the infernal watchdog Cerberus responds affirmatively, one after the next, as if to reassure the ever-doubting prince.
That sounds good. Hey, Dad.
Why, I can scarce believe my eyes. Is that you, boy? Cerberus, look who it is. He's back.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward the prince.
No need to drag the dog into this, father.
Anything you say to me, you say in front of Cerberus. You might even learn a thing or two from him of listening and of obedience.
Hey, Nyx is back. Oh wait, the lounge is back.
Open.
Is that Megara with a star on her portrait? Kind of like Employee of the Month or something? Wow.
A commemorative board adorns one of the stoic walls within the lounging area, celebrating and proclaiming the accomplishments of those who serve Lord Hades best of all.
Won't ever see my face up on that wall, I guess.
I suppose not, Zag. But holy cow, they even have an Employee of the Month moment up there. Ancient Greeks, modern company sensibilities. I wonder if they have unions down there. Or even if they have dental planning. Like a dental plan for medical. Look at that chef. Look at the skill. Does says they have their standards there in their service. You know, just because it's ancient Greece doesn't mean they can't have modern sensibilities in caring for their employees. Look at that, Juz. Look at the way they cut the onion right there. Just one hand. That would make sense. I mean, democracy did come from the Greeks. That is true. So, well, let's go ahead and find out who this is.
The prince himself. You want to talk to me? Me? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I just wanted to say, don't bother picking up my room today. I'm headed out for a while.
I have to clean the rafters.
Chill, girl, chill. Dusa, relax. I know Zagreus looks good, but wow.
Thanks for all your hard work.
I didn't like that sound effect. It sounded like she was like a spider going up. Guess they don't have to feel the onion strength, that is. Reminds me of your onion bits. Oh yes, I did do a couple of free onion skits on YouTube. So if you go follow Serjay Svek on YouTube, you can find the Insulting Onion trilogy. Just a few seconds each. They were all inspired by my idol ProZD, Sung Won Cho, because he did used to make a lot of comedy vines. And I decided, you know what, let's try something like that. I've had this idea for a long time, so let's do that. And I made a bunch of onions insulting me. So there. And yeah. And just a bit of trivia, Sung Won Cho, ProZD, is actually the new voice of Hwang Song-byung from Soul Calibur 6 in English. So just a bit of trivia for that.
Greetings, broker.
Limited time offer. The Wretched Broker has a special deal for this some sort once per escape attempt. I see. What am I trading for? Keys. 2 keys for more gemstones. No thanks. I need those weapons. Nyx, what's up? Look who I found from Persona 3.
I heard lately from the goddess Athena, Nyx. She seems to admire you. I thought Olympians didn't like our kind.
They typically do not. But you are family, child. And why, I believed Athena wise enough to understand why someone such as I would seek her in particular. She has in turn made others in her family aware.
You make a good team.
Good team indeed. Judge says he loves it, and Milas earlier said that Dusa was simping for Zag.
I'm back, Rome. Did you miss me?
No, I did not. If only rooms would talk. And I would see why you would simp for Zag, especially since he does look very good, like the rest of the characters here. But I am quite curious that, or it's just like what happens with Shenpai. Holy cow! You should see her streams of Hades because oh my goodness. 50 greater the font is so small I can't tell if it's a G or a C. Oh, it's G. Mila says, I'd like them to low-key honor Kratos in some way. That would be cool. Well, maybe. They would be nice, but I doubt they would do that since it's a different company. But that would be nice. Anyway, greater reflex. Perform 1 additional dash. I'll take that. Max! Already? Okay. And then Shadow Presence. Striking from behind. No. Chthonic Vitality. I'll take that. So, restore 2 health. Man, what a pittance. Okay, so since you guys are watching again, I'll do one more escape attempt before we wrap things up.
There he is.
Skelly, alright, let's go ahead and unlock this thing.
Open up. Aegis, Shield of Chaos. Lend me your power.
That one, huh?
Oh my goodness, I feel like Goofy from Kingdom Hearts.
Long way to go. Think I'm ready.
Look at all those shades, my goodness. So let's see what this can do. Oh, the display case, right?
Got something new to try.
Old Spike Collar adds 25 to your life total. Okay. I'll equip that.
All set.
So it's a passive, I see. Look at that sweeping. What is the... Oh, okay. 1, 2.
Weak.
It's like you're just brushing them aside. Whoop! Super Giant Games always equals amazing art. I'm loving it so far, Joe, Milas.
Ain't that bad.
Oh, it's... I'm doing Captain America stuff. I didn't mean to dash that way. When Captain Zacharias throws his mighty shield. Look at that, they even got the bouncy stuff. If I hold it, does it... No, I don't need to aim. So it's just a regular shove. It looks so funny, especially when you hit it in succession. He's not even moving his feet, he's just sliding across the floor. Look at that. It's like he's sweeping the floor in a weird way. Oh boy, just hilarious right there. Okay, let's go ahead and do another escape attempt for the boys.
Alright, one more time.
Oh, he's reading my mind. How do you know it was one more time before the stream ends? Creepy.
Olympus calling.
Tartarus. Artemis.
Hey, you're not alone. You're not alone down there, okay? Here, let me show you.
Okay. Critical damage, critical damage. Please give me all of that critical damage. Thank you.
Time to hunt.
There we go. Let's go take a look at this.
Each time the prince delves back into the underworld, its ever-shifting chambers realign to frustrate his attempts to maybe map it out.
Built to ensure no one gets out. We'll see about that.
Oh, we're built different. It's like Cube, those movies. I didn't like those. Those movies were quite scary, Cube. So the gist of it is that these people are stuck in a giant cube.
Witches.
And within the cube are a bunch of cubicle chambers, and each of them can do things. They can like change the gravity, it can make you older all of a sudden, or they're like spike traps and whatnot, and you can never really tell what comes next. And the worst part is that these small cubicle chambers within the big cube are randomized, or rather, they keep moving. So after a while, and that's the way you can find exit. And I remember, I think this is a bit of a spoiler for the first Cube movie. If the characters actually stayed in the cube, the small cube chamber that they woke up in, after a while they would have been able to escape, because once it reaches the cycle of moving and moving and moving, it'll be there right at the exit. But I didn't really like the cube. Not really a fan of scary movies, really. Not my cup of tea. And I don't really like tea nowadays, so I'll just say, not my cup of coffee. Mila says that's still on my to-watch list. I recommend back The Platform. Ah, yeah, The Platform. You told me about that. But yeah, go ahead if you enjoy it. Go watch The Cube. Just letting everybody know that's not a movie, a family-friendly movie. What's this? Upgrades.
It's just the edge I need.
Oh yeah, it's Daedalus hammers. I need to remember these logos. Your Bull Rush gains a Power Rush that deals 500% damage. Hold Y, then release for a powerful tactical attack. I see. Your Bull Rush instead fires a piercing shot that deals 80 damage. So hold Y. Your attack hits twice but does not knock foes away. More DPS is always good. Okay. I'll take this. But the platform sounds like a very nice movie, but don't watch it if you're squeamish. That's all I can say right now. We don't need to go into further detail on stream. Really reminds me of my favorite superhero, Captain America. Even though I am myself, I'm not American, I do like Cap. That's why I loved using him back when I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom and whatnot. There's something magical about the shield. But when I was a kid, I used to wonder, why is Captain America using a shield? A shield is not a weapon. But then when I found out what Cap can do with it,
this can unlock something.
That's nice. So it wasn't so surprising for me when I found, what's this? Excuse me, sorry about that. When I found Goofy using it in Kingdom Hearts 2. Mila says, yep, those are both not for the squeamish movies, but they are really interesting. Yep. Proceed. So, I think that's a trident, so that must be Poseidon. Let's clear the stage to find out, yes? There we go. The shield always comes back. Imagine if they have this kind of weapon in Splatoon. A shield. Did I just see that the shield absorbed a shot? Or maybe it was just at the edge of the range, I guess. There we go. Whoa, 103 damage. There we go. I'm liking this shield weapon, actually. Has good range. And I don't need to worry about aiming. I cannot aim at all. So don't ask me to play games that have very strict aiming. There we go. There we go.
Crashing waves. A trident.
Ooh.
It's Uncle Number 2. It's got to be. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hades? You recognize your uncle, do you not? We've a lot of catching up to do, but first things first. You get yourself out of that dour underworld. As for me, I'll see if I can stir things up a bit to cover your advance.
This is a much nicer Hades compared to the one in God of War. Imagine if he was also that nasty in this game too. You dare challenge Olympus? Zagreus? You have defied the gods for the last time, Zagreus. Sorry, I'm just saying that while I'm stretching. Like, I could use a standing desk if I have a bigger room, definitely. Oh, it's not good to always sit down. Lila says, for circular ink attacks, maybe Splatoon can be used to have a paintbrush on a compass. Just to be consistent with a painting drawing tool weapons. That could be true. We'll see what happens when Splatoon 3 eventually comes out, but their team working on Splatoon is actually the same as the one on Animal Crossing, so I doubt they're gonna not gonna see any Splatoon content anytime soon. Bloodshot. Your cast damages foes in the area numbers away. Ocean's Bounty. Any blah 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 chamber rewards are worth more. Ooh! And then gain a random assortment of this stuff. Alright.
Looks like I caught a big one. The power of the seas should be of help.
Give me that stuff. Yes. Okay, let me just do a very quick check. Take this nectar here. We're going there.
More
hey, big guy. Whoa, boy. Sometimes I forget that these guys have a lot of range. There we go.
Welcome.
Welcome to the jungle. It's all fun and games here. Yeah, there we go. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not feeling dizzy while playing this game. That was my main concern, because I thought I would feel dizzy if I played this game. Kind of like after a while it felt the same with Diablo. But this is fun. The only thing that's frustrating are these big guys. Okay.
Perfect.
Gain 1 nectar, let's proceed. This looks like a special thing. Exclamation point.
Must be the fountain chamber I commissioned back at home.
Gain 150 gold. Come on, Zagreus, if only you can drink the water just like in Prince of Persia to revive yourself. Imagine doing that. Drink all that dirty water and then you can actually heal yourself. I still don't understand. I still am amazed at how they made the Prince of Persia actually do that. Ancient moldy fountain or mossy fountain, drink it up, your health goes well. Rainwater, drink it up. The puddle that you actually step in, drink it up. Bath water, drink it up, heal. It's, before all this scandal with bathwater about streamers, Prince of Persia did it first, and it healed him very well. Oh my goodness. The things that Ubisoft did back in the day, I miss those Prince of Persia games. Long after, and to think the Assassin's Creed games that came after Prince of Persia was supposed to be a Prince of Persia game from what I remember, but they made it into a whole different franchise. I just wish that they did bring Prince of Persia back in a way, because the Forgotten Sands, that was apparently not that good. And Juz says they thought they were first, but they were wrong. Yes, they were wrong. The streamers, they're not the first when it comes to the whole bathwater thing.
A place of calm and respite, whilst perhaps unimaginable in the underworld, occasionally is to be found, in fact.
And not a moment too soon.
It's respite. I thought it was respite. Okay. This is new. Let's go here.
lads again, huh?
Oh, it's these bomber dudes again. And their armor too. Okay, just clear things out. I'll show you the power of Captain America. Who's from another continent. There we go. Gab says, hey, Gabs. Yay, Gab. Thank you very much for dropping by. And Gab does, you're playing Hades. Yes, I am indeed. I am inspired by your playthrough too. So, yes, and if you guys want to see, this is Gab, or Gubsurger Plays Games, or Gubsurger Games. He actually does art, and he also did a bunch of playthroughs on Hades. I don't know if ever you did it on stream, Gab, sorry. But yes, he did play a bunch of games, and he was one of my inspirations for this. I'm sorry if I didn't mention it earlier, but it was him and Serjay. Look at the range on the explosions on this thing. It's big. There we go. Don't die first, I definitely won't. Ooh, boy, okay. Is there no one else? Are you entertained? Take this.
Your father Hades and my father Zeus have not communicated in some time, and Zeus refuses to explain. Something transpired between the two of them. Perhaps you know better than I.
Okay, more. Your special is stronger and can deflect.
Appreciate the backup.
I don't know if this can be good with my shield, but okay. So Gab, how was your experience playing Hades? Because I heard based on your post, or saw based on your post, that you did it a lot of times. I wonder if they even have this game on PC or something. Chances are I think they do. Whoa, boy. Whoa, okay. I shouldn't have done that. Let's find some more space. Give me some space, man. You can't hurt me from over there. Yeah, it's on PC. I see. Cool. Maybe one of these days, I'll save up to buy a PC. I really want... I do admit that console is nice, but I think having PC is good. Because, you know, there's only so much that I can do on a laptop. Hades is great for picking up and playing for a short amount of time. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Especially when it comes to the structure of the game. You're not committed to having to save every time. You just, you know, go to Tartarus and then do your best. You thought you took me down, big boy? There are many ways to survive, big boy. But yes, like going back to my topic, I would love to build my own PC, but I don't know how expensive a good one can be. Does anybody among my viewers know how much it would be, especially for those among my friends, how many pesos one can do, or one can be? You deal plus 50 damage striking undamaged foes for 6 encounters. Your attack deals 30% damage. I'll take that, and I'll take this. You proceed then. Okay, so I'm on my last life. I can't make any mistakes. Whoa! Just not expecting like that. Wow, look at these guys here. These witches. It's like a Toho game. I didn't even think I was playing a bullet hell game. I can't believe I am playing a Toho game called Hades. I'm not really good in those airplane shooter games, but especially if it's something like Toho, the bullet hell genre, where the bullets are just everywhere and you can't even see yourself anymore. I never played Toho, but I don't want to because I think I'll be so nervous. But there were other games in the genre like Ikaruga for one, and then there was also Gigawing. Gigawing, I think, was produced by a company that was later absorbed by Capcom. I think that was back in the day. And the funny thing about it is that the scores can go up to the billions or the trillions, and every hit does like maybe 100,000 damage or something like that. It's just ridiculous how big the points can be. Sort of like when they did Tatsunoko versus Capcom some years ago. I think it was 2008. Your damage is measured in millions and billions of points. So if you do a super long combo, you can go up to billions. And yet it's still just regular damage on your life gauge. So I would assume that the people in Tatsunoko versus Capcom are the strongest people in existence. There we go. It's a pity though in Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Actually, it's kind of an obscure, at least in the West, anime company. But the biggest ones that people might know of are Samurai Pizza Cats and Speed Racer. And they said, "Oh, we can't have Speed Racer in this game. He's a racer. He wouldn't fit. He's not a fighter." People, I would like to share an exhibit with you because there are some videos about YouTube where Speed Racer does not only just ride a car. Oh no, he grabs rifles and he actually hits people. Speed Racer is not defenseless outside of his car. He has ended the lives of so many people with a gun. So you could say, if Speed Racer was in Smash, whoa! Wow, okay, I didn't even know you could use the traps against the enemies. That's new. I'm gonna write that down for clipping later. Speed Racer's neutral special is a gun. Imagine that. Okay, so let's get to it. Key here. Spammer ban. No, we do not allow that on my chat. No. And, okay. Diamond or key. Let's go for keys. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, they're armored. Here comes Zagreus. He's a hellspawn on wheels. He's a hellspawn and he's gonna be chasing after someone. Oh boy. Can't make any mistakes now. Gab says, I like that Zagreus theme song. It's fun that way. Imagine Zagreus actually driving the Mach 5 Speed Racer's car. Or better yet, Zagreus actually using an assault rifle like Speed Racer would. Okay, this is gonna be a lot of peeps. It'll be like Ghost Rider car. Oh yeah, right. Ghost Rider doesn't always use motorcycle. Ghost Rider doesn't always use motorcycles. There's someone, I think from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he uses a car. I think it's Robbie Reyes. So yeah, definitely. I'm reminded of that Ghost Rider movie from back in the day with Nicolas Cage. Wow, that movie. That was a thing. This was long before the MCU movies came to be. So the quality of that movie isn't like what you would expect from an MCU movie, but it was just fun seeing Nicolas Cage playing Johnny Blaze. Gab says Nick Cage movies are an experience. That's true, especially if you see. I'm suddenly remembered because when I was in a restaurant with my family, I'm gonna pause the gameplay here because I'm about to wrap up anyway. It reminds me of the time that I was in a restaurant with my family, and then we were watching Con Air. And the gist of that story is that Nicolas Cage is a soldier, and he gets sent to prison because he was he accidentally killed a guy in self-defense when he was trying to protect himself and his wife. And then the judge decided, hey, let's just put him in prison. And then eventually what happened is that they get to fly on a plane, and then they move over to, and then a bunch of other prisoners are there on that plane. That's why it's called Con Air. And then they fly, and then the plane gets hijacked, and that it's up to Nick Cage to stop them from wreaking havoc on the city. And just so you guys know, especially someone who is in there is what was his name again? Machete, the actor of Machete, Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo, yes. And who else was? I'm trying to remember the Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi, yes, he is. I remember him because he is the guy from Boardwalk Empire, Steve Buscemi, and Dave Chappelle, the comedian. And wow, there's a bunch of stars from way back in the day. John Malkovich, John Cusack. I can't really give their roles off the top of my head for John Cusack, John Malkovich, and Ving Rhames. But yeah, those are the guys. It's like an all-star cast, actually. So yeah, Mila says Robbie has a badass skull. The AOS version has amazing CG for a TV series. Yes, that's very nice. Okay, so let's listen to this conversation here.
Oh, hey there, Dusa. How's your endless toil treating you?
Mr. Hypnos, do you maybe think that you could, keep an eye on the procession line before Lord Hades, like you were supposed to?
Do your job, Hypnos. Just because you're asleep doesn't mean that you can sleep on the job.
Oh, that's no problem. I can definitely do that. I'll just add it to the list.
Good, then. Glad we had the chance to chat. Now, maybe get some sleep or something. You look pretty beat.
Get on it, Hypnos.
Get to work, Hypnos. You can't sleep yet. Achilles. So John Cusack was the detective who eventually helped Nicolas Cage. I see.
Your enemy is not the wretched dead, and not your father, lad. It is the underworld itself. It has been fashioned to prevent escape. You must have seen by now how all the chambers seem to rearrange themselves.
The underworld itself, my enemy. I'll do my best anticipating its surprises, sir.
It's amazing how Achilles in this game, now that I think about it, he really looks like Brad Pitt with longer hair from the Troy movie.
How's everything been going lately, boy? What's the good word?
The Underworld Prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the Infernal Hound, as none of his three heads possess the gift and curse of speech.
Aww. Let's go to the lounge.
The lounging area within the House of Hades is a dismal place to be, in spite of its intended purpose to enliven the house's grim inhabitants.
It's better than nothing.
Better than nothing indeed. Mila says Hector versus Achilles is still the best and most grounded movie fight scene I have watched. That is true. Can't do any more renovations at the moment. I'm trying to remember who played Hector in that Troy movie.
Blood and darkness, but this place is falling apart. Nobody works an honest day down here.
Father, everybody's dead. Give them a break.
What would you even know of honest work? At least the wretched dead yet honor me as Lord. I cannot say the same for you.
Jeez, Lord, Father. There, I said it. Are you happy now? Eric Bana. Ah, yeah, Eric Bana was the guy who portrayed... I think he was the guy who portrayed Bruce Banner in The Hulk. And The Hulk is different from the... What's this? The Incredible Hulk, which was like the second movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Which starred Edward Norton. Before he was replaced by Jeremy Renner, sorry. What was the name of the guy? The new MCU Hulk? I forgot. But yeah, before we got the current Hulk, we got Edward Norton. And before Edward Norton, before the MCU, was Eric Bana. The Hulk movie directed by Ang Lee, the same guy who directed Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that kung fu movie from 2000 who introduced kung fu or wuxia widely to the West.
Through any setback, you are always welcome here with me, dear child.
Bye, Nix.
That's very subtle, very short. Who is the Hulk? Yeah, the Ang Lee Hulk, the cartoonishly green Hulk. He even had a video game, I think, for the Xbox back in the day. So, yeah. Mark Ruffalo, yes. Mark Ruffalo is the current, or was the actor for the Hulk for every other Marvel Cinematic Universe movie after The Incredible Hulk. Now I remember. Okay, let's just take a look at my room and then check if I can unlock a weapon, and then I'll wrap things up here. Striking from behind. I don't really prioritize that, so I'll just leave it for now. Check if I can get any new weapons.
Skelly.
Skelly, my friend.
You know something, boyo? I think you could do a real number on one of these columns, holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom, boom, boom. And hate to be standing near one of them if you did.
Wreck my father's finely crafted architecture every chance I get. That I can do for sure.
It's the rule of video gaming. You have to destroy every single thing after all. So, let's see. Edward Norton was a good Bruce Banner too, but unfortunately he was too difficult to work with. I agree. I did enjoy The Incredible Hulk when he portrayed Hulk and Bruce Banner, but I did hear that I think there was a lot of stuff, like, I'm not sure if it was because he demanded too much money, or maybe he was just too difficult to work with, that's why they had to let it go, and they replaced it with Mark Ruffalo. I don't have enough money for this. And then the same thing could be said about the guy who portrayed Rhodey, James Rhodes, or War Machine. Originally, it was Terrence Howard from in Iron Man 1, but eventually it was... he's the guy from Hotel Rwanda who portrayed War Machine. Don Cheadle, yeah. Don Cheadle, and he is also the guy who portrayed that really, really bad Captain America movie. So Edward Norton overextended his roles in production. He meddled too much with production plans as well. I see. Okay. That makes sense why they would let him go that way. And also, Don Cheadle, so aside from his role as War Machine and in Hotel Rwanda, he did that really nasty Captain America spoof. I won't link you to it here. Don't talk about it here on the chat either. And also, what else? He did... yeah, he was the voice of Donald Duck in DuckTales 2017. So there was this point when Donald Duck was talking in his usual voice. Why are you doing this? But then he suddenly swallowed a machine or something, and then he was able to talk normally. And that normal voice that he used is Don Cheadle, War Machine. Imagine that. At least Don Cheadle is a lot better at being War Machine and Donald Duck than Captain Planet. I'll leave you guys to that. But for now, we're gonna wrap up because I think it's already been quite a long time, 2 hours in fact. Transition. So there you have it, guys. That is my very first stream for Hades, and I did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun actually going through everything, and I plan to stream it every Monday as part of my Mythological Mondays lineup. So if you have nothing else, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this stream, follow me, Kevin Serjay Svek, on Twitch, so you can always see my new when I go live. And if you want to see the VOD, you can follow me, Serjay Svek, on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter for any announcements. And until then, I would like to say, of course, salutations, Serjavians. This is Serjay Svek, plutocrat of the Isle of Serjavia. I haven't had to say that outro in such a long time. And thank you very much, guys, for letting me know it was a great stream. I appreciate it. It was made much better with you guys watching. So until then, again, Serjay Svek is saying salutations, Serjavians. You take care, everybody. Stay safe. Transition to the ending.